It was the night of the tournament, the Beijing arena charged with electricity, hundreds of voices rising like a storm as the lights glared down on the two boys who had fought their way to the final. Dre Parker, the American kid who had once been humiliated, bruised, and broken by the merciless gang led by Cheng, and Cheng himself, the ruthless prodigy who had reigned supreme for years under Master Li's brutal doctrine of no weakness, no pain, no mercy. And as the gong echoed announcing the start, Dre stood with his heart hammering, sweat dripping down his temple, every bruise and scar he had carried until this moment becoming fuel rather than weakness, and behind him he could feel the calm presence of Mr. Han, who had taught him that Kung Fu was not about hurting others but about finding balance, peace, and strength within, while across the mat Cheng sneered, his dark eyes blazing with the fury of a predator who could not accept that Dre, the boy he once thought beneath him, had risen so far. And as they circled each other, Dre remembered every grueling night of training, every repetition of the jacket-on jacket-off discipline, every time his muscles ached to the point of collapse, yet Mr. Han's patient voice guided him further, and he thought of his mother, cheering anxiously in the stands, of the kids from his building who had come to watch, and of Maying, whose smile had given him courage to never quit. And suddenly the match was not just about a trophy, it was about respect, about showing Cheng that cruelty and fear were no match for heart and resilience. The referee shouted for them to begin and Cheng lunged first, fast as lightning, fists snapping like whips, his kicks slicing through the air with deadly precision. But Dre had learned patience. He parried, sidestepped, absorbed the storm like bamboo bending under the wind, waiting for the moment to rise. And though Cheng landed some heavy strikes to his ribs and shoulder that sent waves of pain through his body, Dre refused to fall. Every time he hit the mat he pulled himself back up, eyes locked, determination unshaken, and the crowd began to notice, began to chant his name, Dre. Dre, Dre, their voices lifting him higher, infuriating Cheng who grew reckless with each failed attempt to crush him. And then it happened. Dre recalled the secret technique Mr. Han had once shown him, not the crane kick everyone expected, but something else, something almost mystical, a strike drawn from the coiled stillness of the cobra, precise, hypnotic, devastating if unleashed with perfect timing, a move Dre had practiced in silence, watching the snakes charm their prey at the temple, focusing not on violence but on control, the Cobra Strike. And as Cheng roared forward with his signature spinning back kick aiming to finish Dre once and for all, Dre lowered himself, his eyes narrowing, his breathing sinking with the rhythm of his heartbeat, and in a flash he unleashed the Cobra Strike, his arm snapping forward with fluid speed, his hand striking Cheng's chest with shocking precision, the energy transferring like a shockwave, not breaking bones but breaking Cheng's will, sending him stumbling backward, eyes wide, his breath ripped from his lungs. The invincible warrior suddenly frozen, shook to his very core. The crowd gasped. Silence fell for a heartbeat before erupting into chaos. Cheng dropped to one knee, clutching his chest, staring at Dre with disbelief, his pride shattered, his mind racing to comprehend how the boy he once humiliated had mastered a strike that carried not just power but unshakable confidence. And Dre stood tall, battered, bruised, yet unbroken, the Cobra Strike still echoing through his veins. And for the first time Cheng lowered his head, acknowledging defeat. The referee raised Dre's hand, the arena exploding with cheers, Maying crying tears of joy, his mother shouting his name with pride, and even Mr. Han's calm smile betraying the faintest glimmer of triumph. But the story did not end with a trophy, for as Dre helped Cheng to his feet, the boy who once hated him felt the warmth of something new, respect. And though Cheng's pride was wounded, deep down he knew he had witnessed the birth of something greater than fear. He had witnessed courage. And Dre, walking off the mat with his friends and family, realized that the Cobra Strike was not about defeating Cheng, it was about defeating doubt, proving to himself that no matter the odds, no matter the pain, he could rise, he could stand, and he could strike when it mattered most, leaving not just Cheng, but the entire world, shook in awe of his spirit.